Jan Blachowicz went into enemy territory on Saturday and defeated Ronaldo Jacare Souza by split decision in the UFC on ESPN Plus 22 main event from Sao Paulo. Not a great fight, if we're being honest. I don't think anyone who watched is going to try to make that argument. Pretty lackluster over the course of 5 rounds. Not too much happened in terms of memorable moments, but ultimately the judges saw Blachowicz's game as the more effective one, and he earned the split decision nod. 2 of 3 judges giving him a winning scorecard. Now 6-1 in his past 7 fights in the light heavyweight division. He does have a decent argument for a title shot, but I don't think this performance by any means is going to have anyone screaming for him to fight for the title anytime soon. So you have to wonder what's going to be next for him. He said at the press conference he really wants that title shot and he's willing to wait out as long as it takes to get that opportunity. I don't necessarily know if that's the best thing to do for him. We know how that situation goes. I do think, with all signs pointing to Jon Jones versus Dominic Reyes being the next light heavyweight title fight, if there's an injury there to Reyes or something like that, or something happens, I could see Blachowicz being the next guy getting the call. But I honestly, if I was him, would not be hoping or wishing on that opportunity. It's probably in his best interest to take another fight in the meantime and really try to solidify that number 1 contender spot even more. And I think another person in this weight class trying to do the same thing is Corey Anderson. I think Anderson also has a good case for a title shot, but with Reyes seemingly getting the opportunity, he can't sit out and wait as well. One of these 2 fighters is not going to get the next shot after that if they both decide to wait out. Someone is going to get slighted in that situation. So I think the best thing for them is to settle it and have a rematch. We have seen Anderson and Blachowicz fight before. It was a close fight with ultimately Anderson taking the nod by decision. Honestly, it wasn't the most memorable affair. It happened a little while ago, but I think with the way these 2 have positioned themselves in this weight class, running it back at this point makes a lot of sense. Blachowicz said he would be open to that happening in the post-fight press conference. So I think if you're the UFC, just given the timing and everything, you look at doing that fight maybe sometime around the Jones versus Reyes matchup that we are seemingly going to get, and then the winner of that matchup I think is probably the undeniable number 1 contender, unless of course Dominic Reyes upsets Jon Jones. But I think if Jones keeps the title, you're looking at a Anderson versus Blachowicz matchup for the number 1 contender.